Are we back?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
I was taking our brief technical difficulty break to learn about role playing. Apparently,
I just found out that I can send these folks to the plane of water right now.
Do it. We'll drown. It'll be fun.
I was reading about drow.
Interesting.
So,
Funny that.
well, we are on a redo and a retake and all the things. I am just so happy to be here, though, because I want to welcome you all to probability of demise. I'm Rick, and you're listening to us. Woohoo! We're a group of storytellers playing a nerdy game using chance and our imaginations to provide rules and structure to Atland, a world of our own creation. Thousands of years into the future, planet left vulnerable by science and infected with magic. This is a world far different than the one you know today, because it's not the one you know today. Continents have shifted, cities have arisen, and new creatures and peoples of varied origin dot the wondrous landscapes. Thank you for coming with us as we explore it together. All right. On the redo, I like how we're like tiled differently too. This makes me very happy. I'm going to retile this, but hey,
I love how you said very differently, but you and I were switched.
Yeah. Well, it felt very different. I don't know.
Because Jess and I are twins, you can't tell.
We are happy to have you all here on our retake here. We are going to go back through some things we did before, which we'll just go faster because we're more fluid. I'm going to ask, as an introduction, Larissa, Jess, and Jason to share something about their characters that they would want to adopt for themselves if they could steal it and have it in their real life. So, Larissa, what would you take?
Mine would be the ability to understand any spoken language around me and be able to also speak it back. Because I feel like it would be helpful to know if someone's talking smack about me, and also be able to clap back in their own language. But as well as I do think that if, more people could understand each other more easily, that we might have a better chance of getting along.
And I think last time before our break, I would definitely categorized you as chaotic good. But I feel like the clap back brings you into the neutral territory. So, yeah.
My default mode, it tends to be chaotic neutral.
That was a dissent a little bit. And then Jason's showing off his chaotic neutral shirt. Jess, what would you steal from Tanzanite and make yours?
I would definitely take her elven ability to just meditate and only needing 2 hours or something of sleep. And then use that time for me.
I do have a question that I did not ask in the previous recording. If you did do this, if you did fall into this meditative trance, would you still snore?
I don't think I always snore. Apparently I do if I'm sick.
I think everybody does if they're sick. So.
And I've been known to say a few words here and there, but nothing too crazy. So
I just got you to admit to your snoring issues right away without even any proof. You just went with it. I love it.
Well, because again, I don't snore really, except if I am sick or laying in a weird position.
You sort of snore.
So I sort of.
Okay.
Occasional snorer.
I'm honestly very curious if I snore or not. Because when you sit up and we fall asleep at friends' houses, wink, wink at two friends whose house I probably fell asleep at a few times while watching anything on television.
I'm trying to think if you snored through a movie or not.
No.
No, I don't think so.
They didn't.
I feel like I'm probably sick, but anyways, curiosity. Jason, what would you steal from Monsieur Asha?
Performance of creation. I'd imagine if you're just like trying to fix something in your house. Like, God, where's my hammer? I can't find it. Oh well, and like you just have it. Like anytime you need something, you could just pop it into your hand.
You know what?
That'd be
But
great.
last time when we had this conversation, we were going down like dangerous territory with like,
Yeah, I was joking
how
around
it could
about like
be
creating money and
abused.
spending it, and then like it would disappear in 3 hours. But yeah, I think there's like definite like practical examples of why that would just be super useful.
And I was definitely in the impractical that would lead to bad things happening. But I like,
Or let's go with like yesterday, Larissa and I were on the subway and some guy just started smoking a cigarette. You know how I've like made Asher make just like a bunch of water appear above something?
Chaotic neutral. Oh man. Oh,
I would have just made like one of those big like fans that go on the back of the boats that you do the tours in Florida with.
Mhm.
oh,
And, like
those
face it down the car towards them.
Yeah.
Because then that would also apply to the other person that we had to deal with on the subway.
Yeah, the other guy, well, it was pretty funny because there's a smoking guy, and then another guy like runs down to the end of the car and tries to go like out between the two cars to pee between the two cars onto the tracks because people do that all the time. And then like the door was locked, so he ran back and like pulled a bottle out of his backpack and started to pee into the bottle standing in the middle of the subway car. And then the smoking guy starts to yell at the other guy. So then like these two guys doing wildly inappropriate things in the subway are like about to fight, and then we got out of the car and like went to a different car. So I don't know how it ended.
Thank goodness y'all left.
Yeah. And we were one stop away from where we were trying to get. Like, ugh.
Always.
Smoker and pee are in the gross. Okay,
Yeah,
so
Ricky
these are
literally
reminders
lit
of
the
things
cigarette
that
and said, "What are you doing? Don't do that." With the cigarette between his, I was like, "Really? Y'all
Yeah.
nasty, we leaving."
that is a full-on reminder of things that I did not exactly enjoy about New York City, and things that I have not dealt with since moving back to the West Coast. So it puts a little perspective on my little bit of grumps about the gray sky.
My cousin's in town with her kid, and one of the things that they're doing is taking a ride on the subway is one of the events that they're experiencing for their big New York trip.
Cultural
And
experience.
I was like, you should take a 10 p.m. ride in the subway because that's a whole different experience than
Mhm.
My favorite
And
is
at 10 a.m.
the 3, 4 a.m. rides because those are special.
Exciting.
Especially from JFK into the city.
Mhm.
You just grow to appreciate humanity in so many new ways.
appreciate. Is that the right word? Is that the word we're looking for?
You
Speaking
get
of
an
words-
education.
Oh, right.
Speaking of appreciation, it's a time for the announcements.
Briefly, Stonewall Corral's upcoming concert on Saturday the 25th is officially sold out. If you would still like to attend, you're going to have to try to come in person. We have a limited number of in-person tickets at the door, and limited meaning 10. So, and possibly if people don't show up, we might be able to squeeze you in. But if you really want to come and you haven't bought a ticket, doors open at 7:00. So I would recommend getting there before that to line up.
Or go
I
to the
would
website,
suggest
email
1
us,
a.m.
and tell us you
in
want to
line.
volunteer, and you can watch it for free.
That. What he said.
Beautiful things.
Stonewallcorral.org.
And then it takes us to merch. Hi.
Hi. So, merch, t-shirts, mugs,
Tote
anything
bags.
else. Yeah, pretty much anything you want to put that logo on. I think you can find it at TeePublic. Maybe not anything, but a lot of stuff. And you can get stickers for all the other stuff. So, yeah, go support our podcast. Kind of, we would get a very small amount of pennies if you bought something. So
It's more we want, it's more
we like to
you to
rap.
have stuff. Yeah.
We like.
We
be
want to
wrapped
try
up.
out all the things that we plan to try
Yeah.
out.
We need
into
the street
future.
cred of you just wearing your T-shirt around with our web address on it.
Yeah. And that is, I have GameStorm. I almost forgot my own little thing. GameStorm is coming up if you're in the Portland, Oregon metro zone, which isn't a huge metro. It's mostly just a zone. March 23rd through March 26th. I will be there on the 24th, 25th, and 26th, but I'm there all day on the 25th, DMing and having a blast. It is a fan-run, non-for-profit annual gaming convention held in this region, and I'm very curious and going to learn a very, very, very lot. We look forward to seeing you at any of the venues that we all are involved in, and happiness will abound in those zones. And now it is time for Jess, who is in focus but doesn't think that they are. We still need a ring lighter.
I think she's trying to get her light.
But we need, it's time for her word of the day. And she needs to unmute herself. And for those of you who like the play-by-play versions of Jess's day, here's what just happened. A lot of gesturing.
I'm trying to make this. I don't have a ring light, so I'm trying to like get this light to do the thing. There we go. Oh, dang it. Oh well.
Jess, what is our word of the day?
Word of the day.
Word of the day.
All right.
we're still alive.
Today's word of the day is lacuna.
Lacuna.
Lacuna Machado. Oh, wait, no.
It's spelled Lacuna. And it is a formal word that refers to a gap or a blank space in something. So like a small cavity or like a pit, like in a bone. That would be a lacuna.
Interesting.
So a lacuna could exist in a book, maybe?
Yeah, like if there was like if you carved out some of the pages. A lot of times in like the medical field, there will be whatever the diagnosis is inside of a lacuna on the bone or like of a muscle or of a.
Wow, your teeth are really lacunaed.
I have 2 cavities in the lacuna of my 2 teeth.
My teeth have 2 lacunas that they call
2
cavities.
teeth have 2 lacunas, and in those 2 lacunas are 2 cavities.
I just want to clarify, Jess does have more than 2 teeth.
I do have more than 2 teeth.
2 of
I
them
do
have
2
cavities. She's going to the dentist. It's going to be fine.
Have you all
Once
heard of the
this week
tooth
and
to
once
tattoo ratio thing?
Huh?
You should always have more teeth than tattoos, the tooth to tattoo ratio.
I don't know. I mean, the most teeth you can have is, what, 32?
Mm-hmm.
You could have more than 32 tattoos, for sure.
In
Well,
places
you're not
where you
supposed
have less
to.
than 32 teeth, by a significant margin, it becomes easier to have 2 tattoos and have more tattoos than teeth.
So I guess this is quick derail because of course us. If you have if you have enough tattoos that cover your entire arm, that your arm becomes a sleeve, does that then count as one?
I feel like once your tattoos interconnect and become like their own art form by themselves, like it's like that's like a gallery wall that has become artistic in and of itself. I feel like it should just count as one.
Okay.
I mean, you went through all the work to get all of those, and then you probably like tried to incorporate, unless you really kept them distinct and they're not interconnected, in which case I guess you count each of them. But like when somebody goes to the effort of infusing them together, that's its own art piece.
That's if they do that, but there's a lot of people who will do those just like a
Little
random
tiny
smiley face, like a whole
No,
arm.
yeah, and
of
I don't
random things.
think that thing, the randomized, like somebody threw a bunch of D20s at their arm and each one was a different tattoo. I don't think of those as being a one piece thing, but when somebody goes through all the work and like has had multiple tattoos and then tries to incorporate them into a sleeve, that is a piece of art.
That is, yes.
That is just like, yes, it was individual pieces, but now you've taken your canvas and you've reworked it, which is cool. Yeah, so that is my brain
The word
just
of the
stopped.
day.
The word of the day. My brain is done. Redoing this is hard. We are on to rolling for the commercial, which I have not moved my dice since rolling for the commercial before we broke apart.
13.
Hey.
Ooh, congratulations.
I
Steve.
don't know yet.
Still right in that middle. Like 4
12?
weeks in a row now.
Okay.
14.
Not it.
I rolled a 7, so
Okay.
I get the low end.
I will read.
Awesome. So I get to pick the topic.
Mhm.
And I've been thinking about this for a long time. Okay. So far, we've been traveling around in all these different ways, and I want Grand's brand or something in this world to invent or Majo Biotech create a mount for the average everyday person. We don't have horses in our imagined world. And I think that if there was some sort of like Magimount, bio Magimount, or I don't know what it is, but like, I don't know if it's a vehicle or a animal but it's got to be like something cheap and affordable. It doesn't go very fast because it's got to like fit that niche of what a horse does in regular D&D. That creation. That's what I dream of. That will be the topic that I choose. Now, you rolled high, so you get to roll the d4 and choose who writes this whole story.
I love how you say choose.
God.
A sign.
A sign.
All right.
I just don't want you to roll for me because I was so clear and unobscure with my topic. Did you roll a 2? I screwed myself. All right. Welcome to the game. This is fun. Okay. Now it's time to roll for recap.
You want me to slack you the idea that I had for it?
I'll come up with
Slack?
something, hopefully.
Does that work?
Or yeah, sorry. Discord.
It is slacking it at this point, but yeah. Good grief. What is wrong with my rolls today? I better roll high from here on out. This is roll for recap.
13 for me.
Ooh, 17.
3.
Oh, thank you. Jason, you're back on.
I'm back.
You reclaimed your show. It's the
Hello.
Jason recap show.
Welcome back to last week on probability of demise. So last week we went to a bar called the Rock, something floating rock, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
The
Falling
It's
Rock.
called the
Falling Rock.
Falling Rock, yeah.
Watch out for falling rocks. Okay. So we went to a bar. We met with Phantom, who was Asher's contact, and got like fake IDs for the boat event. But also we ran into 2 of the people from the mayor's ceremony way back in like our pre-sessions.
Our peers.
Yeah, like it was like kids that we grew up with in Overton that had been like cursed by the mayor during like he was walking around like kissing every person as they come of age and like cursing them as he did it, and we like that's something that we ran from in our very first session, and then that like set us on a different path. But
For those who don't know, the mayor was not a good guy.
no, he was not. But we so we ended up following them out of the bar. We actually ended up able to cure their curse. They were very hesitant to like talk to us because I think they knew who we were, and as a timeless trio, probably they thought of themselves maybe as our enemies because they were forced into this group with our enemies. But we were able to. Tanzanite was able to change her spells to add remove curse.
Because we're human and we learn things every day.
Because
and
if we didn't know,
continue to learn as
a cleric,
you're an elf.
Once a day, change your spells, as Jess has always known and done each time
I
we
did
play.
this for our listeners.
And so she added remove curse and then was able to cure their curses. I Asher polymorphed them to stop them from shape changing because they were about to change into something, probably spiders.
The spider people, most likely.
Which I actually realized as I was re-listening to it that I polymorphed them both at the same time, which is not possible, but oops. So if there's a rules lawyer watching, sorry.
Don't apologize. They're no fun.
But yeah, so then we were able to cure them. We saw Bonnie for a minute because she like came and helped Tanzanite.
She taught Tanzanite
how to
lesson.
remove her spells. The in-game reason why Tanzanite didn't know that is because Tanzanite's her own god, so she never had a god to teach her.
Yeah.
Like how to.
I'm just
proper
really
cleric.
committed to this, and
Yeah. But so then we left there. And also Asher established a identity as a pest control specialist while in the bar, and they sent us off to the shipyard, and that worked with the foreman as well, and they're trying to get rid of all these spiders that are coming from nowhere. And then I rolled a nat 20 on using the find the path scroll, so we were able to get a path like to the queen's throne room, like which is in the mines, and we were like on our way down there, and that's where we stopped.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was it. Trying to be succinct, but I think that was pretty much all of it.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, that was lovely. That was everything.
that was legitimate. Everything possible.
I finished listening to it at 10 a.m. this morning, so it was right there.
It is fun to be able to look at it again a little bit later. So that takes us all the way through all those things. I'm just looking for any little notes that I had to care for, but I think we are ready to play. So
We're definitely just on a scouting mission and not about to just get into some shit. That was the other.
the Queen Mother.
Riss, did you catch this comment?
I did. I shared it
Oh, okay.
during the intro.
For the audio version, the comment says page 34, subsection C says we're fun. Referring to rules lawyers.
Nice.
Yeah, you
All
can
right.
see that when you make the rules.
Asher cast his spell, drawing a sense of where to go, and the three of you are going down into this cavern. That cool rush of air emanates from within it. It's, again, large enough for you to pass side by side. The darkness inside makes it a little difficult to see. Rock formations vaguely in the darkness. For those of you with night vision, you can make out some
The very last
uneven
thing I did last
pieces.
week was cast the light cantrip on my weapon. So I have like a...
And as that flickers forward, you can see the rough walls, the stalactites and stalagmites conjoining. The layers of damp, strangely mossy growth. The trickle of water echoes through the space, and it's eerie and haunting. It would almost be comforting and an isolation away and detachment from the outside world that for miners would probably offer focus to the task on hand, but wisps of web remind you of why you're really there. What are the three of you up to?
Wisps of Web is the name of my band. Not
Just
really. I can't even
constantly
say that.
dodging webs.
I'm just walking straight through because I'm nice and short.
Yeah, the other two just keep breaking all the webs for you.
I feel like I'm going to remove my light cantrip and take a torch from my bag so that I can burn the webs out of my way as I go.
Right. Yeah.
How
So
very
I'll press-
aesthetic of you.
I will
And then get
prestidigitate a
behind
torch
him.
alive.
okay. So as you kind of take on the next stage of this tunnel, as you delve deeper, if we can use that word,
Oh.
the environment begins to change. The walls and ceilings become rougher and more jagged. The layers of sediment and rock, and you can see distinct layers. It reminds you of the efforts that they had gone through on the canyon floor, where they had kind of released different layers and chunks of material had floated up. The air becomes increasingly stale and dusty, and if possible, the tunnel widens and a ceiling seems to rise up above you. You can hear the sound of dripping water echoing through the space. As you continue forward, you notice that the walls seem to be, as they widen, creating this expansive chamber that just stretches out in front of you. The floor of it is littered with debris and rubble, evidence of whatever work has been going on here to excavate. Because the area is dimly lit, and you do see a couple of torches and lanterns off in the far shadows of the walls, lighting up little pockets, and you have your own torch as well. It is difficult to make things out even with that torchlight, but the air is thick with that scent of earth and rock, a bit of a reminder of the depth and power of the earth beneath your feet. At the center of this chamber, you see a depression and rough-hewn steps, but when I say steps, it is very giving to even call them steps, heading downward deeper into this space.
It's almost like you could say there were a bunch of lacuna that you could step into to go down.
No. Not even a chance.
Jess, maybe Tanzanite wants to take a closer look at the wall, the rock wall, and make a comment on it about the lacuna in the walls.
Why don't you do it?
Because you tried first, and I'm trying to give you the.
No, I tried. That was my attempt. You do it. You get it.
Okay.
Everybody roll perception.
Truthfully or just facetiously?
Truthfully,
Oh, geez.
these two
28.
muckers.
Hold on.
Natural 20!
Hey.
Which means 29. I'm not distracted by each other like the two in front of me.
I just counted so wrong. What did I just do?
Jess is like 47. What?
24. I definitely was like way up, somewhere up there, and I was like, "That's not right."
Also, that was a great set of perception rolls, though. 29, 28, 24.
Y'all rolled crazy high. So what I'll say is that as you are I have to really think about this because those are pretty high rolls. I mean, we had the natural 20. You are kind of like gazing deeper into all these spaces as you try desperately to get a sneaky dice roll bonus. And you spot something. And for you, Trixie, you feel something before you spot it. You feel a sense of unease wash over you. And the first sign that you have, and then quickly Asher picks up on it, is a faint rustling sound, barely audible over the sound of your own footsteps. You glance about, perhaps nervously, trying to pinpoint the source of the noise, but you see nothing out of the ordinary. Then you see a dark shadow across the corner of your vision, and you realize that you are being stalked.
I'm gonna duck around Tanzanite up to Asher, and I'm gonna be like, "Do me a favor, kill the lights." And I'm gonna drop my goggles on and see if I can figure out what it is. And
Asher, do you douse your torch?
Can I prestidigitate a torch out or just a
Yeah.
light? Okay, I'll do that.
It's when the torch goes out, Tanzanite, you're very aware that something strange is going on just because of your friends interacting in this way at all. And your attention is drawn. You're kind of frozen for that moment. You hold your breath as you wait. And then, Trixie, you see what the creature does next. You see this creature. It thinks that it is sneaking along, but a large creature emerges from the shadows, moving with a silent and fluid grace that belies its massive size. Its eyes are fixed on you, and they gleam with a malevolent intelligence. 8 legs tap softly against the ground.
Stupid spider.
I'm just gonna like under my breath indicate to Asher. I know that Tanzanite has dark vision, but I don't know if she can see it. So just to both of them, I'm gonna like say however many yards ahead or behind, wherever. Like I'm gonna verbalize where it is. And I'm going to say, Asher, yeah, in the dark. And I'm going to say, Asher, on my signal, put dancing lights right on it.
Okay.
And I'm
The driver continues to draw closer.
and I'm going to hold my action until it's within 30 yards, and then I'm going to charge it.
Okay. Because you caught sight of it, you will have advantage on this.
Yeah, girl.
It is an initiative roll. Asher,
no.
you as well. Tanzanite, you do not have advantage. Okay.
Boo.
Go ahead and make your rolls. You are in combat.
Here we go.
Ooh, still rolled well.
Good.
That's a
Need it.
first.
I rolled like crap both times, so the advantage doesn't always pay off.
Is that a 6 or an 8?
15.
It's 6. 19.
I'm on a roll today, literally. That's another natural 20.
What?
I rolled a 20 and a 17.
Okay. So let me just get us started here.
It's been a minute. Wow. I haven't rolled well in consistently well in a while, so yikes.
Stop saying it out loud.
I know.
Curse yourself. Fortunately, we have someone that can remove curses now.
Yeah.
Fuzz!
You're
Hi,
all
Fuzz!
Hi, Fuzz.
All right. So yes, you are. Let me just. I gotta click a few things here, which I'm sorry I did not have this fully prepared. But then
It's us.
I could have had it fully prepared. I just forgot that I didn't have it fully set up,
Ah. Well,
and so I just need a quick.
we also had to restart, so you got.
Yeah, I'm a little tabbed in the wrong direction. Is what is really happening here.
Don't worry. I haven't been fully prepared for anything since 1994, so you're fine.
Nice. All right. So again, let's get the order. Trixie, what was your initiative?
With that, it's 25, I guess, with the natural
25.
20.
Yep, I need the whole thing. Asher, what'd you get?
15.
And Tanzanite, what'd you have?
19.
Okay. So Trixie, you've got the drop on it. It's within 30 feet of you. What are you going to do?
I am.
I think this works perfectly that you.
I know, right?
Nat 20 on. Like, this is just full on perfect.
Like, I don't know how that ended up happening, but I am going to go after it with my shovel.
As you do.
As a two-hander. And as I obviously as I go to do that charge, I give Asher the signal to light it up. Okay. And I am going to try to do one on its head. And then I'm going to try to swipe the left front fourth leg.
Roll your attack. Your left, right, front, foreleg.
Okay, it's first.
Sweep the leg.
That's a 23.
23 hits. Roll
Okay.
your damage.
That's not an 8. That's a 4. D8, where are you? Did I not? Oh, I didn't grab one. No. I grabbed everything but a D8. What did I grab 2 of then? Come on. There we go. All right. That's 15.
All right. Yep.
Oh, wait.
And-
Plus an additional D6 for the charge.
Okay.
Ooh, another 6. So that's 21.
Okay.
Second attack. Words, thoughts.
Feelings and prayers.
You can
Oh,
do it.
that's
You
the-
can do it.
Is that right? That's a 30.
Okay. That hits.
Sorry.
What's the damage?
17 plus 30. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a 30 hit.
Hey, y'all make
No,
fun of me
I
when
know,
I say does
I
a 30
know,
hit.
Notice I didn't say shit. That's 12.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do a bonus action stunning strike.
Okay.
I haven't done one of those in a while. Key point. Oh wait, I should have. Yes. Okay. Right? Oh no, is stunning strike? I can't do that as a bonus action. I can't remember. It's been a while.
Part of a hit. You spend the key point as part of a hit, so it would be part of this.
So I have to do flurry of blows, and then one of them is a stunning strike, right? That's it. Sorry,
Sure.
It's been a while. Okay. Hey.
True.
That's another 30.
Okay.
Same dice too.
That hits. Roll damage.
Okay, what is the damage on my unearned strike? I don't even remember anymore. Oh, I lied. No, that's a 27. Sorry, it's not the same. Not the same. Okay, so 27. Anywhere. 6.
Okay.
You jinxed me, Fuzz. That was a 1. And then for the stunning strike, where is it? Son of a biscuit. I don't even know where it is anymore. I seriously don't even know where it is. I can't. Control F. There it is. Okay.
Witness Trixie falling apart.
It's been a hot minute. Oh, so it just has to be a con save. DC 17, but I have to make sure it hits, right?
You did the hit.
Oh,
that's
right.
what you just did. So 20. Does 20 save?
Yes.
Okay.
DC 17. Son of a bitch!
What now?
I think that's all I have.
Okay.
I charged and then I did the
you charged. You did lots of stuff. You whippity. All right. So darting off into the dark after the sudden dousing of the torch, Asher, your friend has just jetted across the space and suddenly whipped into a furious flurry of something that you can't quite make out in the dark because your eyes are not night adjusted quite yet. Tanzanite, you can make out just a bit, and you can see that there is a large, herking creature that your friend Trixie is engaged with. And before I go to her second turn for that perfect nat 20 to start it up with, just in case it ends up dead before then, you see this large spider creature that looks like some horrid hybrid between an elf, one of your people, Tanzanite, and a giant spider.
Oh.
Trixie, go for your second round.
Okay.
Is it bad CGI like The Rock from that second or third Mummy movie, whichever one it is?
Just more horrifying.
That one's only a 22.
That hits.
Sorry, with the shovel. I'm going for the leg. Yeah.
Sweep the leg, Trixie.
Basically. Oh, it does hit. Okay. 15.
Don't die.
23.
Okay.
No, I said
That
don't
hits.
die.
Another 15.
Okay.
I keep rolling 7s. And then I will I think I can just, oh God, it's been forever. I'm just going to do one unarmed strike without using the key point for my bonus action.
This is what we get for talking our way out of everything all the time. And when we actually fight, we're like, how do I work again?
How do I do this? 21?
Hits.
Okay.
I love how you say, how do I want to do this 21? As if that's going to be.
And that is a 10.
Okay, with a 10, you miss.
No, the
damage?
unarmed-
Okay, sorry.
that was the damage, yeah.
Okay, beautiful. Sorry, I got a little confused with the time delay between each. So
Sorry.
just
But
in
because
my
I had to
little
remember
world.
it was different bonuses to the damage. Sorry.
Okay. So Asher and Tanzanite, you just witnessed your friend darting off into the dark. Asher, you were told to put out dancing lights as on her signal, and so you're having that time to process and think like, I guess this must be the signal. Trixie, you go in and you just start breaking this spider down. With all of your martial training, you know how to break an opponent down. And it doesn't matter if it's 2 legs or 8 legs. You can break this creature down. And as you hit for joints and cause ichor and gore to launch from various places that just bring this spider lower to the ground, you come face to face with, for a moment, you think, Tanzanite. Because the face you're looking at looks like Tanzanite. Just a little bit younger. That takes us to Tanzanite. Oh, no, it does not take us to Tanzanite. That takes us to the monsters.
No.
With all of that happening that's gone on, suddenly, Trixie, you can't see a thing. You have no idea why,
Stupid
but
drow.
suddenly you are encased in dark. And Tanzanite, you can't make out your friend suddenly. Like you were able to see, you were able to make out the shape of this monster, but now you can see nothing there.
Oh,
It's like they've disappeared.
And just to clarify, it's only my sight. I can still hear.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think all of you are clued in enough at this point in your adventures and everything like that. You're definitely high in the ranking of things. Even if you've never directly experienced this, Trixie, you've at least heard Asher speaking about it or Nee speaking about it in the various interactions you've had. You know this to be a darkness spell. As that darkness falls on you, you feel one swing, the air buzzing through and almost splitting your hair. Does a 22 hit?
Mm-hmm.
And that swing buzzes through and you feel a blade slash against your shoulder. And you take 2 points of piercing damage. I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
Do 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 do. Will she die? Do 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 do.
23?
Yeah. You feel that hit. 2 points of piercing damage. 9 points of poison damage. Halved. And you do not have the poison effect.
Okay, so
So you're going to take 5 points of damage in addition to the 2. So you've got a total of 7 points of damage.
I have immunity to poison.
Then you take nothing.
Well, I take the 2 points of piercing, right?
2 points of piercing, yeah.
Okay. I just wasn't sure if that counted.
Yeah.
Okay. I just checking. Just checking.
You're solid.
Okay.
That takes us to
I may be
Tanzanite.
small, but I'm compact.
Man. I had something and then
Asher, you're up next.
You just hear me go as it.
Yeah, honestly, at this
Slices
point, to
across
you,
my
Trixie,
shoulder.
that's it's barely a scratch.
It's a paper cut. Still hurts. Hurts like a bitch.
okay.
Tanzanite.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm trying to find what I was gonna do.
Okay.
So,
You've heard the noises and sounds of your friend engaged in battle. You've heard the grunts and you've heard the hiss of her in pain.
okay. What is...
A blob of darkness obscures everything there.
Okay. So I'm gonna try. I think I found it. Okay, I'm just gonna say it, and hopefully this works. At the third level in that area, I'm gonna try to do dispel magic.
Okay. Go ahead and just really quickly, for the joy of it, roll your wisdom with proficiency. No. Actually, just roll your spell DC. What is your spell attack?
Spell attack. Okay. Ah. You know, it's not great, but we'll take it. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, dirty 20. So that worked out.
Yeah. You just see the collapse of that sphere of darkness as your abilities erase what is going on. And you once again make out that large hulking figure, 8 legs. It's now lower to the ground and almost face to face with Trixie. And you see the gleam of a long sword in its arm. Its humanoid arm.
Oh. How far am I from it spatially?
30 feet.
I'm 30 feet. Okay. And I don't really have many bonusy things.
I just love Fez's comment.
Yeah. Now, I know that we had discussed this before in a different way, but I'm not able to just bring up... No, never mind. That's all I'm doing.
Okay, if that's all you're doing, that takes us to Asher. The last comment from Trixie was throw up dancing lights. What are you up to?
I'm gonna throw up some dancing lights. I'll do 4 like white orbs, like just equidistant between me and the spider. So like covering that distance.
Those little dancing orbs catch light and reflect and refract around. And for the first time, Asher and Tanzanite, you can make out clearly the figure that I previously described. It is a human's torso from just below the waist up, or a humanoid's torso, and the body or thorax of a spider in its abdomen and its 8 legs. 10 legs in total, if you think of the arms as legs, so 10 limbs in total. In one arm is a long sword, the face, Tanzanite, of your younger sibling. Asher, anything else you're going to do?
I'll say, gather around, my friends, and let me tell you a tale of world's greatest bard. And I'm going to cast Bardic Inspiration on Tanzanite.
Okay, Tanzanite, remember you have Bardic Inspiration. Trixie, it's your turn.
A D something. I'll tell you in a second.
D12.
12, yes.
What is it nowadays?
12.
D12.
Oh, that's what you were talking about. Okay, great. Thank you.
I am. I'm gonna keep swinging at legs. But I'm gonna stick to like the front ones because I'm gonna try to get closer to the face to try to do like a jaw shot. So,
roll your attacks. Just roll your attacks.
Well, I guess I'm just
Unless
curious.
you want to describe it, or if you have something else you're planning on doing.
I just have a quick question. So, because I have the 2 hits, and specifically for stunning strike, it says when you hit with a melee weapon attack, you can spend 1 key point.
Mm-hmm.
So, can I just do? Whoa! Okay.
Somebody touch buttons.
Who's touching buttons? I just want to make sure that
You can apply as long as you spend the key point at any hits. It just has to be as long as you got your
Got it.
Waka waka.
Okay, got it. Okay, so the first one, I'm gonna try and go for a stunning strike. That probably does not hit. That would be a 15.
That does not hit. That is a miss. Your shovel goes whoosh,
Wee. Okay, so let me
barely deflected by the longsword in the Drider's hand.
It's the key point. There they are. Okay, I'm gonna try again.
Okay, roll attack.
My second one.
Yeah.
Ooh, 32.
32 hits.
So now they have to make a DC 17.
They fail.
Con save. Okay, so they are now stunned.
So as you take in that next hit with your shovel, and you kind of thwack them, maybe with the handle end at this point, with this very fancy special spade, you see their front 2 sets of spider legs collapse down, and you can see them dazed, their eyes rolled to the side.
And then I would like to hold my bonus action as a flurry of blows.
You can hold an action. You can't hold a bonus action.
Okay. All right. Then I am going to give up my bonus action, and I'm going to yell to Tanzanite that you need to get over here. I need to know whether to keep fighting this thing or not.
What was the damage on your sling strike? You still did cause damage.
I thought it doesn't do damage. If
it does damage.
Okay.
You do the damage and then you do the stun. The stun save.
9.
Okay. Okay, you shout that out. Tanzanite, you hear that. They are currently stunned. They are continuing to be stunned. Tanzanite, what you doing?
Okay. I want to go. I want to run over and basically.
So as you run over, you can make out much more clearly that this is your younger sibling.
Oh, hi, Mom.
Oh boy.
Hi, real world mom. We're definitely not about to battle in-game mom today. Maybe.
Hopefully not.
Battling
okay.
in-game little sis.
So
what you doing?
I am going to simply run over, and I am going to just yell out her name and just say, too many. What is happening? Go away, you weird thing. Okay. Bam. Okay, I'm just gonna. Yeah. So okay, I'm gonna yell out. Yell out her name and just say, "Are you still in there?" kind of a thing.
You can see this your sister, you think, reeling from the last blow that they took, their eyes unfocused, rolled back a bit, not a word escaping their mouth. But as a little bit of drool comes down their side, which for a moment reminds you of when you were both really young and they drooled in their sleep. But then you see the fang that is the source of the drip of drool and its partner on the other side of her face, sticking out way past her lips.
I want to hold an action of a simple. What do I have? I want to take my mace. So, in that 30 30 feet of movement. I would like to go in front of, like, in between Trixie and her, so that I'm standing in between. I don't want to do anything yet, and I just want to hold just a brute hit as soon as she goes to attack me.
Okay. So you're holding
So I
the
wanted-
action to hit her if she shows indications of trying to hit you.
Yeah.
Okay. Asher, it's your turn.
I'm going to take a shot at it. With
Okay.
my pistola.
Pistola. Roll your attack with the dancing lights. You're not at disadvantage, so this is a solid shot.
19 hit?
19 just hits.
Oh,
Perfect hit. Any lower, and you would have ricocheted off a stalagmite.
Couldn't have. I rolled an 8 and a 1 for my damage on the d8s.
Nice. What's the total damage?
16.
Great. The echoing retort of the pistol gives all the evidence anyone needs for the fact that you're here or that you're in this space. And you see how it hits the shoulder of this creature, and you see it start to shake itself away. That hit kind of like having it's on the verge of shaking off the stun as it comes to Trixie's turn, where of course it will have that off. But Asher, is there anything else you're going to do before the end of your turn? It looks rough.
Okay, I'm gonna say. Hang on, look at something. Okay, I'm gonna say. I heard a joke, heard a joke today. It was so bad, I must say, your hits are like that. And I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery.
I believe. What is that? A magic attack? You just shot.
It is.
So that's an action.
Oh, can I not attack with a cantrip?
No, you can either do the cantrip or you can do the shot. The shot isn't a bonus action.
Okay.
So which would you prefer?
Oh shit! Sorry, I thought Vicious Mockery was a bonus action. Never mind. My bad. I take it back. I didn't say anything. I'm very quiet.
Okay.
Sorry, I haven't used that in forever. I totally thought it was a bonus action.
Okay.
I will say.
We recant that haiku, and it's now saved back in the database of haikus for future use.
I will say, sing a merry tune, friend. Get up, dance, be alive. Dancing inspires you, and I'm going to cast Bardic Inspiration on Trixie.
Okay. So 2 inspirations out. Tanzanite, you have 1 still. Trixie, you have 1 now. Trixie, it's your turn. What are you doing? Tanzanite is standing between you and this monstrous creature. You can see some of the reflective, like especially as you look at the back of Tanzanite's head and her hair, and the color matches the creature's hair perfectly.
I would have heard her saying, so what I witnessed is the insinuation is correct. I'm going to also hold my action to see what Tanzanite does. If Tanzanite attacks, then I will attack. I will also attack. If Tanzanite tries to reason with it, then I will try to stun it again.
Okay. So you need to do the stun. You're doing the stunning strike again because it will not be stunned after this because the stun wears off on your turn. So you roll that attack
to see if it'll hit.
Yeah, you have to do the hit and the damage. And are you holding it, or what are you trying to do? I'm trying to
Yeah,
understand.
I'm holding my action as a reaction to what Tanzanite does. I don't know if you can do that.
Okay, so whatever, if Tanzanite gets hostile, you immediately are going to use that hit, and
I'm going to. It's not going to be a stunning strike, and if she's trying to reason with it, and it goes to attack her, I'm going to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it shakes free of the stun. Its malevolent gaze leveled at both of you, and it's going to go for the attack. So that means Tanzanite, you have your chance to do your attack, but I want to have us both just roll a d20, and whoever rolls higher actually gets it off first.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Oh, definitely not me. Probably 2.
Yeah, the sword comes down, as do the teeth. And as the sword comes down, as if it's going to swing and chop off your head, instead the mouth comes around and bites at you. Does a 21 hit?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. You take 2 points of piercing damage. And are you at all... Well, roll your Constitution save.
Constitution. 17, 18, 19.
As the teeth come down, you take 9 points of poison damage. But you're able to avoid becoming the condition of poisoned, and you only take half that damage. So you take a total of 7 points of damage.
Great.
Including the piercing damage. So roll your attack, because you said you were going to hold your attack until they went violent against you.
22.
That hits. Roll the damage.
A whole 5.
Trixie, you indicated that you were holding yours to hit. Roll your attack.
$27.
That hits. Roll the damage.
10.
Okay.
Second attack.
Roll the damage. Roll the attack, I mean.
That's a nat 1.
I think you're so thrown off by trying to have to fight around Tanzanite that the first one you get that good poke in, like just right over Tanzanite's head. And the second one, as you go to your normal martial arts form and you go to flip it up, you realize, oh, there's Tanzanite. And you feel the clang as it glances off of Tanzanite's armor, giving you that, oh, my bones should not feel this way moment.
Sorry.
Tanzanite, your body gets this like little bit of a jolt, but nothing damaging. It just is like your armor reflects the shovel off. Trixie was so in the zone as, super duper monk. And that takes us to Asher, I think. Asher.
Okay, so everybody's attacking. So we're attacking. Is that the consensus?
That's what you think.
Okay. I will. I'm gonna cast a firebolt.
Awesome. Firebolt.
Not to be confused with a fireball.
Yeah, we know what a fireball does.
But tinier. 28 hit.
That hits.
Okay. Damage 21.
The firebolt, Asher, describe what it does to the creature as it dies.
You ever seen a spider get lit on fire?
No?
Yes.
So I'm gonna say like it hits it like in the chest, and then like it just lights on fire, and all the legs just like shrivel, and it just kind of goes out as it like collapses. So maybe it like burns up the spider part, but not so much the human or the elf part.
You watch the collapse Tanzanite right in your face. And for a moment, you see the malevolence fade from their eyes and a look of betrayal. And you think you hear the whispered words of, "You're supposed to be my sister." As the rest of the body is consumed in a light fire, the hair that covers any spider's body burnt away quite quickly, and then the beautiful blonde tresses, a mirror of your own hair, burns up as well, leaving not much besides a bald corpse attached to a spider's body. And initiative's over.
Can I immediately try to go into that kind of shadowy world of ussheringness?
Yes, go ahead and roll your death
See if she's
death
there.
roll.
Okay.
While she's doing that, I would like to roll an Arcana check to see what I know about Driders.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that.
I have an idea, but I don't know if Asher would know, so I'm just going to roll it and see.
Yeah. If you roll 15 or above, you have some level of knowledge.
That's a 15 on the dice, so 18.
Okay.
I just need to know if I know like what type of magic this is. I can God, I said it again. I will Discord you with my specific question.
Okay.
As like Tanzanite's going to do that, regardless of what happens, I go to like hug her from behind. Because
Okay.
if she succeeds, she's gonna poof, right?
You don't know.
No, I saw her do it. Right?
She didn't seem to poof then to you.
No, when she went to the void?
She didn't seem to poof to you during that time.
Last time she definitely did. We talked about her disappearing.
Oh, that time. That's a different time. Yeah, that's a whole different. She's embracing the shadows right now. Would you roll?
Yeah.
Tanzanite?
22.
22. Yeah. You shift over, but not fully. It's more like you're peering within it. And in this dark space with the lights of the dancing lights and the torches, it's hard. It's not dark enough to get over there. So it's more like you peek in. What are you looking for?
Her.
Roll a perception check.
Okay, that's not bad. Not bad.
Bardic inspiration.
Nope, I think I'm good. I think. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna use it. Where'd you go?
D12.
Yeah, I had one out already.
It only lasts 10 minutes. You might as well use it while you got it.
Ugh, I can't find it. Let me just do this. So, D12. So that'll be, ooh, what up? Okay, so plus 11. So, wow, so many numbers. 34.
With a 34, you peer into the space. You see some of your shadows have bloated a little bit, but they're releasing components, or as you are understanding them, souls. And they've tamed themselves to you enough that they almost report, although it's not a report, they share what they've seen in a way. And as you look through this kind of like massive information, peering carefully, you do not see your sister among the dead. She is conspicuous by her absence. There is where's the word? Larissa's trying to hint to me, but she's muted.
Did I just say ludicrous? Like, that's what I'm reading on her lips. Just ludicrous.
She's trying to say the word of the day, but it sounds like she's saying so many other things. I'm glad you got ludicrous.
Oh.
This is way more fun.
And then in my head, I was like, does she mean ludicrous like the person, or ludicrous like this is ludicrous?
Lacuna. Yeah. I like where we're going with this. She's trying to get us to be on point, and we're like, let's mess with Larissa today. Okay. Being nice. Yes. She's just missing from the roll call of the souls that have come through within the last day. She's not even in the queue.
Okay. I'm gonna pop back out. And
Did Ashford catch any of this that this is her sister? Because I was furthest away.
I don't know.
I don't think it was ever said out loud. So
nothing was said out loud. Trixie took in the figure and saw the match of the hair and the face. Tanzanite recognized her younger sister. But I don't think anybody said out loud that this was. I think Trixie at most said, "Come and check this out."
Yeah. Well, Tanzanite was like, "Hey, if you're still in there."
Yeah, but
Right.
that's not enough.
Yeah.
I mean, unless Asher, roll an insight check. Let's roll an insight check with all these little bonuses here. Let's play it the way
11.
You haven't a clue.
Okay.
You think this is somebody important to Tanzanite or Trixie? Maybe somebody that they've met?
So I'll walk up, and then like as I see her face, maybe I would know better.
Oh, definitely.
Okay,
The
so
face
as I
looks
walk
like
up, I'm just gonna
Tanzanite's face.
look down and go, "Oh, shit."
I'm sorry.
oh
Um,
nope, it will not be you who has to deal with me regarding this issue.
I might be able to offer a suggestion, but you're not going to like it.
What?
So this, like transforming someone like this, is god magic. Like I've been reading about this since gods came back into the world, and the only thing that could counteract this is another god's magic. So if you, as a god, wanted to try to bring your sister back the way she was, I think it's possible. I don't know if it would work, but it might be. But you also don't like to bring people back, so I don't.
Well, that's also the thing. I don't know where her soul is. She wasn't with all my shadows.
So she's not dead?
I don't know. But if someone were to die, there would have been record of me ushering her along, and I didn't see her anywhere.
Is where you usher the souls to, is that the only place they can go
I don't
when people
know.
die?
I don't know. That is a good question that Jessica's gonna write down and make sure to get an answer for. But I don't know, but from the little bit I do know, I would assume she would be there. So, I mean, maybe it's worth a shot to what is it I would have needed to do to change it back?
I don't know. I think you would probably need to do it the same way you bring anybody else back, but I guess with the focus that you're not bringing back this spider monster, you're bringing back your sister as the person she was.
But she needs to see her soul.
Yeah, I feel like maybe the spell can find the soul, or maybe we need to go find your mom and see if she's got the soul, or...
Well, I feel like this is a very time-sensitive thing, and we can't just leave a body.
I think as long as we come
Maybe-
back within a week or so, I think we could still try.
Or what's that spell that I have?
You have the 10 days and the 10 minutes ones.
As you three stand in the darkness of the cave with the dancing lights still going and a few torches, although some are going out, you can hear that continuous dripping of water. You can hear other noises as well, skittering of small creatures on the cave floor now. The rustling of leaves as slightly larger creatures move around. And wait, leaves underground in a cave? Oh, that must be the wings of bats. There's a faint echo to everything, and as the sound bounces off the walls and returns to your ears, it creates a little bit of disorientation and unease as you stand here after the loud retort of the gun in battle in a cave where enemies abound.
I don't think this is a safe place to hang out. I think we have to keep going. If we're not going to, if maybe we can come back and try. I'm sorry. Can we do anything? I mean, for you, like,
and Tanzanite has no idea.
I
No,
don't
no.
mean for her. I mean, can we do anything for you? Are you okay?
And
I mean, no.
I step in front of her and I like reach up and I grab her face and I say, "We'll do whatever you need us to make this right. Just, you don't have to make a decision now. Just know that whatever you need, we're behind you." And my arms are way more outstretched because she's super tall, super tall.
I don't know what I need. I don't know what to do because I don't know how to do anything ever. And a decision has to be made. And I'm really tired of not understanding what I am or what I can do or how to help people or not.
Well, I guess the only suggestion I have right now is we go find someone to take it out on.
And with that, I would like to pause for our break. Does 10 before the hour work for y'all?
I think so, yeah.
10 before
Yeah.
the out. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. We'll come back and we'll kind of figure out what happens from here. Feel free to message me any questions you might have, Tanzanite or Ash or Trixie, that you would like to have like some break time rolls for. But we will be back.
Don't forget you're writing the commercial.
I have already written it.
Well, aren't you fancy?
I'm a nerd. All right. Catch you soon.
Bye.
Hello, and welcome back. The one that in the commercial in Google is supposed to be the one that's easier to read because I had the tone switch more clearly marked there. So hopefully that was readable.
No, that's fine. I just had a question about the second to last section about whether that's supposed to be essentially a repeat of what said earlier.
If I repeated something, that part was not supposed to be happening. The second section was
the second to last of the whole thing, starting with "and now." I just want to make. I like it. I just want to make sure. Is that?
Yeah. It's meant to be like that. Really, like you can do it how you want to do it, though. Like I wrote it meaning to be melodramatic, but
okay. I will do my best. All right.
Oh, I see that. Yeah, let me just delete that. That was actually me.
Okay.
Pasting appropriately. There you go.
All right. Okay. Ready? All right. Do you remember when Swiftins were all the rage? Cue up, harp, and blurry, wavy back to the past montage. Introducing the newest addition to the world of transportation, the Swift Fin. The Swift Fin is a cross between a dolphin and a horse, making it an incredibly versatile and agile creature. It can move swiftly through both water and land, and its powerful tail and fin allow it to navigate even the most treacherous of terrain. The Swift Fin is the perfect mount for adventurers, explorers, and travelers alike. With its innate magical abilities, it can provide protection and healing to its rider, making it an ideal companion for those embarking on dangerous journeys. And now, the Swift Fin can be yours. Adopt a Swift Fin today and experience the thrill and wonder of riding one for yourself. Or, if you're just looking for a temporary adventure, rent a Swift Fin for the day or week. So what are you waiting for? Discover the magic of the Swift Fin and embark on a journey you'll never forget. Every year, thousands of Swift Fins are abandoned, left to fend for themselves in a world that doesn't understand their unique abilities. But you can make a difference. By adopting a Swift Fin, you can provide a loving home for these beautiful creatures and give them a chance to live a happy, fulfilling life. These creatures deserve love and care, and by adopting a Swift Fin, you can make a difference in their lives. So don't wait. Come and adopt a Swift Fin today.
That was everything I needed.
Oh my god.
All I could picture was what happens in so many adventures after we got off the commercial rolling bit. What happens in adventures with horses being abandoned, killed, all the things that happen to them. And I was like, what if they brought in a magically engineered creature and it just got saturated the market, then abandoned, and then you had feral Swift Fins everywhere.
I want to know what the call of a Swift Fin sounds like. Is it like a...
Some stressful noise. They bark just like a dog. That's what it is. All right. Nice. Good collaboration there, Jason.
I was about to undo it till I realized it was right. I was like, oh, somebody else moved it.
Teamwork.
We both moved different things at the same time, and it all worked out perfectly. All right, so we're only going to have a short little end of our session going on here. See what happens. What is...
Tanzanite turns into a murder hobo.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
Killing your friends?
Yeah. Everyone dies.
I'm the goddess of death.
It's like Carrie.
I will usher you to the other side whether you like it or not.
So yes, the three of you are standing around the corpse of Tanzanite, what looks like it was your sister at some point before strange things occurred.
I think I said, let's go find someone to take it out on. That's where we stopped.
Yeah. Can I go up to my sissy and on the human part I just want to like. I just kind of want to like. Probably because I'm assuming her hair is all over and stuff. So I just
Burnt
want to
off. Like the crispy chunks.
Oh, that's right. Never mind. I don't want to do anything. Never mind. I forgot she was burned to a crisp. Okay.
I mean, she's not burnt to a crisp, but her hair got burnt.
Yeah.
That smell is there and it lingers in your nostrils.
Yeah. No. I just turn to Asher and I go, let's go find my mom. Fuck her up a bit. Let's go.
Hey, when we're done with this, I'm gonna help you do your God thing. Like, we'll find out. We'll help you learn what you don't know. I'm good at research.
I'd like that. Thank you.
Okay.
Because I don't know what I'm doing.
Right now, let's go blow some stuff up.
Yes.
Okay. So are you continuing down those rough-hewn steps that seem to curve away into the darkness from the center of the space, or are you exploring this chamber more?
I would like to spread the dancing lights out to their maximum range, like in a circle around us, so we can see this room better.
Yeah, I mean, how much time are you willing to spend in here? It just affect the DC for the perception check that I'm going to have you roll.
I'm going to say 5 minutes.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
Everybody or just him?
Anybody who's looking around and checking out the space.
I mean, I would be
30-20.
like on guard, still listening for any further.
30-20.
Okay. It looks like a space. It looks like a space where a lot of mining had occurred. And you see evidence of an abandoned set of tools and what looks like the accoutrements a miner might need for a day's work.
Is there a miner that belongs to all of this stuff?
Are you
I'll
asking
look-
your friends?
No, I'm asking, like, looking around. Like, I'll look up on the ceiling for one, like, hanging in spider webs or, like, wiggling around. I don't know.
A body.
As you look around, go ahead and roll a survival check.
21. Wow, that's good for me for a survival check.
Yeah, you quickly look around, and then as you don't see any direct evidence, you look back at the gear, and you can see scuff marks where somebody had been working, but evidence like you've been around and doing adventures for a while. You've been trying to like track people and things, and you're able to interpret and understand that they were probably startled. And as you look at the passage they made, they ran down and not up.
Like down the stairs.
It's pretty evident that this person chose poorly.
I'm gonna gut check this with our resident tracker. I'll be like, hey Trixie, looks like the miners ran down. Am I right?
Go ahead and roll another survival check if you're checking it out, or tell me what else you might be doing with this.
Me roll another one?
Trixie.
I don't see shit. I rolled on that one.
Trixie,
I'm
you
too
don't.
distracted by how distraught Tanzanite is.
You're having a hard time thinking through. God, Fuzz. You're having a hard time not even putting that up there. That's just too much. That's painful. Yeah, you are unable to corroborate what he's seeing, and
All right. Well, I think there might be miners, so just watch your shots, I guess, and let's go. I will quickly look through the miner accoutrements for anything that might be of use to us.
yeah. Looking through the miner's gear, you find pickaxes, 2. One seems to be fairly special. just like a little bit more of a gleam to it. Looks like a nicer one. And one seems very rough and kind of like what they used most of the time. You also notice a large jar of some sort of chemical. And an empty jar of the same chemical.
Okay. I'm going to take the pickaxe, the shiny one. I'd be like, hey, Trixie, do you want be a good, like, shovel companion. I don't know. Looks shiny.
I'll hold on to it. Sure. Yeah.
Okay. And then jar of goo. Anybody?
As he holds it up, you can see it sloshing back and forth. It kind of glimmers in the light of the dancing lights.
And I just look at him. I'm like, I end up covered in goo often enough. I don't need any more in my life. Thanks.
Okay. I'm gonna say mumbo jumbo and transfer my armor back to my normal armor, because I think I'm still in my commoner disguise. And then I'm gonna just put it in one of my many pockets.
Okay. It's a bit big for a pocket, but yeah, you can find a. Yeah. Okay. All right. So are you all heading down? You take those next steps, and caves can be, as I said before, eerie. The dirt and loose debris as you go down these steps gives way a little bit and becomes more solid, a more compacted layer. The tunnel becomes smoother, more uniform. And you just realize that you've entered a new layer of rock. The colors and patterns are hugely different from the previous layer, and the textures are smoother and more uniform. This seems densely packed harder than before. There's very few cracks or fissures. You're able to walk straight, but the ceiling is coming down a bit. The air feels, if possible, cooler and drier. And your footsteps echo much more than they did in the upper levels.
I would like to try to step softer and not be so echoey.
Roll a stealth check, anybody who's trying to do that.
You were in jail.
Cool.
19.
23.
I'm very stealthy. I rolled a natural 20.
Okay.
Cool.
What's your total for that?
It's still a 25, but
Okay. So as the three of you quietly go down deeper and deeper, you traverse the tunnels, and that beam of light, it pulls you directly where you need to go. It's still there. And eventually you come to a place where you hear voices. And your dancing lights are met with the light of other lights ahead. Not that your lights add to or diminish what's going on up ahead, but there's light and activity ahead of you.
I will drop my lights. If we can see by the other lights,
As you drop your lights, the tunnel is awash in darkness, and you realize that the space ahead of you with all the lights going on, that is the same type of light as your dancing lights. Something or someone has cast that spell, but it's multiple someones or somethings.
Okay. I'm gonna pause for Trixie to get next to me and put my hand on her shoulder to follow her with her until I can see better.
Okay. The three of you are approaching this chamber.
It's just are we still going down, or have we leveled out?
It's much more level. It's been level for a little bit as you've been walking along these pathways. You've been skipping, as Asher kind of leads you down, you've been skipping all these side tunnels because Asher has the direct path.
Mm-hmm.
So you've been ignoring a lot of other pathways.
Do I know when we get there, or from the spell, or am I just following?
You are very aware that it's very close.
Okay.
you could almost guess that it's this chamber ahead of you.
Okay, I'll tell them that. I'll be like, I think this is it. Sorry.
Let's just
Gun ready.
No pew, just ready.
let's just have a look, see what we see first.
So you're slipping up to look Tanzanite,
Wait!
waiting.
I'll say that to them, and
Somebody here has invisibility.
then how long does it last? Okay, great. I'm gonna go. Just wait, hide and wait, and I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself.
You say hide and wait. You cast invisibility on yourself. You disappear from sight. Your friends waiting there, hidden in the shadows. What are you doing?
In my invisibleness, I just again go, I'm here, but I'm about to leave. Just stay here. And I'm gonna start heading to the chamber.
Okay.
See what I see.
Roll stealth with advantage because you are invisible.
Plus 9? Was it 9? No. Stealth 4. So that was 19. Ow.
You enter that large, what turns out to be a large chamber. It is well lit. And the lights reflect and refract on webbing everywhere. In the center, you see her, your mother. She seems to be sitting on a large black throne. Surrounding her are a few smaller creatures, and the scale gives you pause because these smaller creatures look a lot like your sister did. They are monsters of that same nature, but that's just your mother sitting there. All of these smaller creatures, including some that look very familiar to you, are bowing and scraping in deference to your mother. They speak to her quietly and bow their heads as she, just as quietly but with an imperious air, responds to them. Some move about to do different tasks. They all seem to be engaged together in casting a spell or something. Roll a perception check.
Okay. Whoa. Not 20. Plus 9.
You realize she's not sitting in a throne. And she has become much larger than she ever was that you remember in your life. She's not sitting on a throne. That's her body. And as you look more closely, you see that the attendants are cleaning her legs. Thick, muscular, ending in spiky claws. Her eyes, when you look at them, they almost seem multifaceted, gleaming in the light that is reflecting everywhere else. And as you watch, she begins to move. Her legs lifting her up with a slow, deliberate grace. Everything she looks at, she seems to be weighing with a deep, almost unfathomable gaze. It is not the gaze that you remember of your mother. And despite the danger of this space, and despite this awkwardness and alienness of her and your siblings' bodies, and your classmates' bodies that you recognize, you have a strange fascination with this monstrous creature that you used to call mother. You find yourself almost rooted to the spot and unable to look away as she moves towards you. Oh no, she's just moving about the space. Her chitinous legs clack against the stone floor. What else would you like to know about the room?
Tanzanite's gonna quickly go back to the other two before she does something stupid and like sends a fireball that she doesn't have but will find and relays everything she saw to everyone and just
Whispering out in the
say-
corridor to your friends.
yeah, and ending it sort of with like, she's real big.
Okay. How many people
Did I see a
Monsters?
number?
were in there?
You see there's about 5 or 6 that were visible. Some scuttled off into the dark recesses while you were in there, and others came back out, but at any one time there seemed to be 5 or 6 people in there. Well, people, said very loosely.
At people, the creatures were coming and going, but there were about 6 at one point, and some of them looked, again, very familiar to me. But I'd also, there has to be more that we're not seeing.
If we manage to end this now, will they still attack? Will they die? Is there any way that you can sense what their connection is to her?
I could try. I don't know.
I wonder, because you said that, your sister's soul was absent, even though her body was clearly, at least severely injured. They must be linked, and I wonder if there's any way to
Let me go look again and just see. I want to scurry back. And now you're muted. Ha ha!
Darn it all. I'll get you and your little dogs too. Could you roll a stealth check again with advantage since you're still invisible?
I want to specifically look to see or try to feel just like what kind of connections she has to them. Like, is there a giant crystal? Is there, I don't know, something like that.
What did you get for your stealth check?
I need another one? Sorry, I missed that.
Yeah.
you have
My bad.
advantage.
Yeah, with advantage. Just need you to roll.
Dirty 20.
Awesome. You slip back into the space and you try to assess the situation. Roll a history check.
11.
You're having a hard time with this because your previous belief system that you grew up with did not include spiders as deities so much. This deity, if this is what's going on here, or worshiper of a deity, it's difficult to understand because to your knowledge and your studies and your growing up, spiders are associated with fertility, weaving, feminine power. This is something for conceiving a child, not the death of an elder. This is confusing to see. What's even more confusing is as you're standing there pondering this in the middle of the space is one of the creatures, the monsters really. This one seems to be wearing a face that you think is your brother's, but the malevolent grin on its face seems counter to that. Offers up what looks like this eggs, very large spider eggs. And then you watch your mother bite into it, killing whatever was growing inside. And you see this person who you thought was your brother, maybe. And you're not even sure which one because the distortion of the face is so great. Scuttle off with the corpse licking his fingers as he goes.
I'm going to go back.
You stayed for a little bit longer this time. As you go back, can I have you roll a wisdom saving throw?
Okay. Oh. Ooh, plus though, so. 17. So it ended up being okay.
I love
Finger looking
whoever
good.
Imlunana is. They're the best. You got an 18 total?
17.
17? As you're sitting there with the
Oh, hide.
passing through the doorway, you feel a pull pulling you back, but you're able to ignore it, but it causes a shiver to run down your back. It was almost like you were starting to have a vision or a dream where you needed to start helping with a pattern. Weaving? Finishing the weave? But you break out of it and you realize that wasn't coming from you. That was coming from something in that space.
I'm going to go back to them and say, I don't know really what's connecting, but this time when I tried to come back, like I felt like I had to go help make something. So maybe there's something about going into that space that does it.
I wonder if they're trying to make something for a different god? Or is your mom the god?
From what I heard, she's answering to someone else. Or not answering to, but
What do you want to do? Should we go?
I really don't know.
Should we go unmake whatever it is they're making? Perhaps by splattering them all over the walls. Just a suggestion.
Possibly, but I'm nervous about going into that space.
Muted.
You mean you think you're specifically affected?
I don't know if it's just me or what?
Should we lure?
But
What if we lured them out? Do you think they would all come if we? So we could maybe fight some of the spider people separately.
I really don't think it'll matter. I think from what they were saying that we saw and helped earlier, it sounds like it might have been every single one of the children. Like, could be changed now. That was a lot of people.
Hmm.
Who are
You-
now spider people.
Can you talk to the other gods in your pantheon?
Yes. Yes.
Can you ask them
Things
to
now.
get over here post haste, and then we'll just hope they show up in time?
Is if so I've aligned myself. There's an alliance and our powers abound. Or where's can draw. I mean, I can just do a sending spell and ask them. I don't know if I can.
Just say, hey, about to fight. Goddess.
I mean, are we doing
Priestess
this?
and
Is that what we're
monsters.
doing?
I mean, I don't think that we have time to leave and come back.
Okay. Okay.
I don't.
So
Like, they're gonna do something to the airship launch tomorrow if we don't stop them now.
what do you think, Trixie?
Like, if they get an airship to move all these spiders around, that's a problem.
I think that if there's no chance of them coming back from whatever they are, then there's no chance that they're not always going to be our enemies. And it's our responsibility as who we've become to protect our allies, protect the people here. I don't think we have a choice.
Also, I feel like maybe we let this happen. Like, we came back from the water, from the dam, and we should have gone for the mayor, and we didn't. Like, we knew he was bad.
But we didn't even know then.
I don't.
We were kids. That doesn't matter. That's not something we can think about right now.
So, send a
But-
message, ask for help, go in.
Crap! The guard dogs found us.
That was the vote.
I was gonna say, I take that as a yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Just 1 second. All right. So let me do a sending.
Okay.
Is Tanzanite's mom too big to get out of that cave? Like, could she walk up here where we are?
You haven't seen it, but with the description the Tanzanite gave you, go ahead and roll an intelligence check.
I rolled a 2, so that plus, I think, a 0.
Definitely can't get out.
So
Stuck
3.
there
I might have a
forever.
+1.
Okay. So I was originally talking to the one, I believe,
What's that
in the
dude's name?
headdress.
It's like, he doesn't have a name. It's like the faceless one or something. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Either. Shit.
EPD. I just because of the guys.
Can you describe what they I think at this point, because the gods are in their like shifting forms and trying to become gods again, they're not really gods yet. Can you describe which one you would want to reach out to? Like what?
The Keeper. That was his name. The Keeper. The one that you like aligned
Yeah.
with.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even have it in my notes. I just remember.
Yeah, the keeper. They were wearing the black star motif clothes and had a headdress of an owl. That one.
Okay. Yep.
And all I'm gonna say is my new ally. We are in the lower part of the caves and have located the one with the spiders. Please send aid. We attack.
We ride at dawn.
You feel the message go out,
We ride right now.
and
Regulators!
you hear in response, sorry. You battle those of discord in a cave. On which continent?
Oh, you didn't stand there.
I will try to find you.
Oh.
Be safe.
I go, guys, I kind of forgot to say where exactly I was, but I'm scared to use any more spell slots. No, not spell slots. I feel like I'm getting tired.
Wait, what's this guy's name? The keeper?
Yeah. I'll just do it again. I think it's
okay.
worth.
Well,
I'm gonna
wait.
do it
Hear his idea. Hear him out.
Yeah, go for it.
Dear keeper, please hear my prayer about how I'm in a cave under Canyonville about to fight some monsters and would sure like some help.
Roll a religion check.
Amen. Piesu Domine, Dona Eis Requiem.
You did close your eyes, but I think it's okay.
Of course, it's cocked. Come on. 16. So hit or miss, maybe.
You feel a sense of ascent and a query. The query feels like it has to be answered before anything is going to be done. And it's, are you one of mine?
For now.
You get like a PS feeling of, you may call me Amana. It's like take the amen part and just made it different. And you get Amana. And as you get that echo into your, and it's not like words, it's not like a sending spell. It's very nebulous, and it's almost like you don't fully trust that you actually got a response, because you could have just made it up in your head. That's how it feels. So was that real, or was that all in your head? It's a very difficult space to
I'm going to be
even
like,
know.
50-50, he got it.
And then I'm just gonna kind of hold up my hands and say, well, I know we don't have time, but while we're on the subject, and I turn back to Tanzanite and I grab her face again. I just say, I believe in you. And I don't mean I think you can do this. I mean, that goes without saying. I know you can do this, but I believe in you.
Trixie and Tanzanite roll religion rolls, both of you.
I believe. Yay.
Hold on. Let's see. Oh, not so much on my point. Sorry.
Well,
Oh,
not
start
20
with
on for
Trixie.
mine.
6 on mine.
Okay, Trixie, I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Whee!
With disadvantage, you roll a 6, so
Oh!
sucks for you.
I got a nat 20 plus 6.
Oh, a 19 and a 16. Wow. It was a wisdom save, you said?
Yeah.
That would make it a 25.
With a 25, you catch yourself, but something's happened. And Tanzanite, I just need you to tell me yay or nay. Can't give you much context on this. If you want to think about ways you could query your shadows about these things, you can think about that. But I need you to say yes or no to an unknown question.
Right now? She needs
Just
to
a
say it?
second.
Right this second. You can ask your shadows questions to see if it helps.
I'm gonna reach out to
or
my
whatever else you
shadows
think
and
of.
say,
The fuck?
I'm gonna call up my little shadow, my daily little shadow call, and I'm gonna go and say, I have to answer a question right now, and I have to say yes or no. What do you think I should do?
With fanaticism, you hear, say yes.
Yes. I just yell it. Yes.
You yell it?
No, I don't yell. Oh, we're in a cave, right? I yell, whisper. Yes.
You still?
Yes.
As
Oh,
she shouts
shit.
yes,
Not a
Trixie,
shout. A yell, like a yeah.
Trixie, you witness a small creature detach itself from the walls, squirrel up, and that's meant to be a bad pun on purpose, your leg and onto your shoulder, and it whispers to you, hi, friend. But there was no whisper,
Just in here?
just in your head.
The creature? Can
She
I?
chose you.
Did you get a shadow squirrel? Is that what this?
I don't know. I want to inspect the creature to figure out exactly like what I'm
'Kay.
looking at here.
Roll a perception check.
But also as I look at that, I'm gonna reach for Tanzanite and put my hand over her mouth. So I'm literally just doing this.
Hand up in the air, holding like at the chin, trying to cover the lips.
Okay.
What am I rolling again? A perception.
Perception.
In the dark. Making out what this creature is.
17.
This looks like a very, very, very tiny dragon with some shadowy butterfly wings.
Okay. And I'm assuming I can answer in my brain.
Can you?
I don't know. I'm gonna try. I don't know if you can hear that or not. I'm just gonna say, yeah, well, I've seen her do some pretty amazing things, and I believe in her. So, if that
that's
means
why I'm here.
okay, all right, let's.
I love you. And you get like this wet feeling, slobbery lick kiss on your face.
Thanks.
I think you have a dog now.
Dog dragon.
Shadow dog dragon.
As this is all occurring,
I was hiding inside the wall because I love you.
could I have all three of you roll a perception check really quickly?
Oh shit.
18.
Ooh.
Okay.
Wait, I'm sorry. What are we doing?
Perception.
That's why I forgot. Oh,
19.
me
Okay.
too.
All three of you got a 19.
18.
Oh, 18. It took a while, but you all simultaneously, close enough, realize that the other chamber is completely silent.
Oh, shit.
And that's where we're going to end our session today.
Oh!
Because I'm sweaty and I have to get ready for a big, huge, fat encounter now.
Oh man.
I want to go where the spiders are.
I want to see them eat my face off. Thank you all for joining us. Hope you're enjoying our ridiculousness. Like, subscribe, bell icons, other random doodahs and dilly-dops. I'm Lunana. I apologize, but we're not really solid on our Twitch use yet, so we'll get better at making that thing work functionally. But we're all available on the YouTubes and demisecast.com.
See you next week.
Okay, bye.
Oh no, I'm in the wrong spot.
Bye.
Splatter. That was a spider dying.